What's going on, YouTube? YouTube. That's how they say we say YouTube in Baltimore. I don't know. I hear what y'all be saying, but my accent ain't that strong, man. I'm halfway from Delaware. Real shit. Like I really tell people that I'm halfway from Delaware because I moved out Delaware when I was 15 years old, and I'm 34 right now. So technically, literally half of my life I was out Delaware. So I'm halfway from Delaware. I'm halfway from Newcastle for real. I mean, shout out Newcastle, Delaware. Shout out Wilmington. You feel me? I'm always love West Baltimore. But Baltimore, we got a problem. I'm gonna tell you about y'all something. Baltimore, Baltimore think we be thinking we the only street people in the universe. We the only real ninjas in the universe. That's not the case. That's not the case, Baltimore. It's real ones everywhere and it's fake ones everywhere. So stop it. Stop it. We just another corrupt ass city with a corrupt ass government. I fuck with Mayor Brandon Scott though. Take that back. I don't know. Mayor Brandon Scott might not be corrupt. I like him. But nevertheless, this video today, I'm ready to talk about I'm ready to tell y'all the story. I'm ready to tell y'all the story. But sidebar, I think I might be done with this company. I think I might be done with Billa. I ain't 100% sure, but I think I might be done. I just delivered a load in Ohio, and my dispatcher ain't give me nothing for the weekend. I'm taking my ass home. I ain't got time. Um, so look, right? Tell y'all a little story. Tell y'all a little spooky story for this dark ride that I'm taking. It's a trucking story, right? It's a trucking story. True story too. This shit really happened. So I'm working for Western Express at the time, right? And I I go and I pick up a load, or was I delivering a load? I think I was picking up a load. I think I picked up a load. Yeah, I definitely did pick up a load, and the load was heavy. That's what made this situation even crazier because the load that I picked up was heavy as I don't know what. It was at least like, man, I think my gross weight, I probably was like 76, 77,000 gross weight. So yeah, that joint was heavy. Um, so I'm in uh damn, I wanna say I'm in Massachusetts. I'm either in Massachusetts, Maine, or Vermont. I think it was either Maine, New Hampshire, or Vermont. It wasn't Massachusetts. It was either Maine, New Hampshire, or Vermont. I cannot remember. I was in one of them three states. And the crazy part is, I don't think I noticed. I don't think I really noticed because I was very new to trucking at this time. I probably was only like, I might have been like 3 or 4 months in. You know what I'm saying? Because I was only at Western Express for my first 6 months when I got my CDL. So I'm probably like 3 or 4 months in. So I'm either in, like I said, I'm in Vermont, New Hampshire, or Maine. I want to say New Hampshire. I want to say New Hampshire for some reason. I don't know. I honestly could have been in upstate New York possibly. That's a strong possibility too. I could have been in upstate New York, but nevertheless, um, I'm up there. I pick up this load, and after I pick up the no, I ain't even pick up the load yet. So when I go there, I'm early, like I'm super early, and they tell me like basically they got everything is scheduled with them. It's like so I gotta wait until the time that they got scheduled for me to pick up this load. but I can't wait on their yard. Like they don't got, it ain't that type situation. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the type situation where you can just wait on their yard somewhere. They call you, you pull up. No, you gotta go to a truck stop somewhere and all that. Like, and I wasn't doing flatbed at the time either. I was doing dry van. And you know, most places you pick up for dry van, you can wait on their property until they ready to load you. But this wasn't one of them situations. So I go to a truck stop or something for a couple hours till it get closer to the time. They get closer to the time, I go back. I get back like 30 minutes early before it's time for me to get loaded. When I get back, they like basically my order's still not ready. Like whatever they had to put on my truck, they didn't have it ready. I think it was like some big ass rolls of paper, like big high rolls of paper. They almost went up to my ceiling in my trailer. So I think it was something like that. You know what I mean? Not major. Yeah, it was definitely rolls of paper because it's coming back to me as I'm telling you this story. It was definitely rolls of paper. Definitely rolls of paper. And I was running regional at the time, and I think I was taking them to either Baltimore or Virginia. Something like that. But it was rolls of paper. So they like, yeah, your order not ready. But this time, because I'm scheduled to be there at this time, the forklift driver that was about to load me say, yo, you can sit on the yard. Like, you know, let the yard jockey know that we're telling you you can sit on the yard this time because, you know, you're it's already past your appointment time. It's not your fault that this stuff is not ready, so you can sit on the yard. So I'm sitting on the yard. I ain't see the yard jockey yet. He was basically just telling me that to let him know that because the yard jockeys, they be on drivers up there at this place. Like they be on them drivers. They don't be letting nobody want to sit on their property. So I go sit on the yard. I'm chilling. I end up taking a nap. I'm knocked out sleep. Next thing you know, I get a knock on my door. I'm thinking, oh, they might have called me. They might be ready for me or something. Oh, I jump up. It's the yard jockey. It's the yard guy. Yard jockey, for those that don't really know what a yard jockey is, that's just somebody that he has a CDL. Most likely he has a CDL or has had a CDL in time past or something like that. And he just moves the trailer around on the yard of that warehouse or that company. He just moves trailers around for them all day. That's what he does. He moves trailers into dock doors so they can get loaded. Then he goes, takes that trailer and sits it over somewhere else on their yard. That's the job. That's the life of a yard jockey. That's actually one of the jobs that I'm thinking about going to do because I ain't messing with this company. But that's a whole nother story. But so the yard jockey, he says, yeah, man, you can't sit here on this yard. You can't sit here on this yard. Are you already loaded? You gotta go to a truck stop or something. I said, no, I'm not loaded yet. He said, oh, well, you can't wait here either. You gotta go somewhere else. You can't wait here. He was basically on his, this is private property. He was acting like that. So I'm like, yo, the forklift driver just told me I'm good because I'm about to get called back to the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to get called back to the door because a lot of the times the yard jockey would load the trailers and then the companies would just come pick the trailer from up from somewhere on the yard. And a lot of companies run like that, but this was a small warehouse. So you kind of wouldn't even expect them to run like that. But I guess they had a lot of business. Even though they was a small building, they had a lot of business. So, you know, the yard jockey did a lot of the work when it came to putting the trailers in the docks to get loaded. But for whatever reason, that wasn't the case with the load I was picking up. Like I was a live load. I was a live unload. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't no drop and hook. And it wasn't even a drop and hook in my paperwork. My paperwork said it was a live load. So, I mean, I say that, yard jockey seemed like he got a little attitude about it. But mind you, when I think back, I wasn't really that hip to sundown towns and, you know, doing my research if something was a sundown town before I, you know, go there and all that type of stuff. I really wasn't doing that much research. So by the grace of God, I'm still with y'all today, because I'm pretty sure I probably done sat in plenty sundown towns, not knowing what the hell was going on, not doing my research. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a little bit more aware, a little bit more on it, and I do research before I just go into a city and just be laid back, relaxed, especially before I get out this truck. But nevertheless, you know, he just had an attitude about me telling him I was good. He wanted to go back and forth with me. But I told him, I said, sir, they told me I'm good, bro. Like, I'm going back to sleep. Like, are you okay? Like, everything good? All right, I'm going back to sleep. So I guess he felt disrespected by that part. But I felt disrespected before I even said that. So me saying that was me not taking it somewhere else. I'm just like, bro, I'm going back to sleep, bro. I'm not about to go there with you, because if I go there with you, I'm going to fuck my money up. Excuse me, YouTube. I don't like to use too much profanity on my channel. I'm gonna mess my money up. I ain't trying to mess my money up. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to make money, not enemies. I don't got time for all that. So, like I said, I don't even pay, and especially at that point, because I don't even pay attention to racism and all that type of stuff now. A Caucasian, older Caucasian man can say something racist to me. I'm gonna tell y'all some stories about that too. But the crazy part is, half the time, I'm damn near like green. Like if you don't know what green means, naive to the fact that he's being racist a lot of times. Until I talk to somebody later and they tell me, bro, he was being racist. It's like I don't even, you know, my mind don't work like that. I don't care. I really don't care what damn near anybody thinks of me, especially a racist. So my mind is not really accustomed to worrying about that type of stuff. But in this field, driving around this country, you have to worry about that type of stuff to a certain extent. So I ain't thinking nothing of it. I go lay back down like, man, I'm not paying him no mind. I'm sitting right here. I'm not in his way. I'm not doing nothing wrong, because the people in the warehouse told me I can sit here. So it ain't like it's going to be some police knocking on my door in a couple minutes or something. I'm good. Like, I'm not paying this yard jockey no mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care what he talking about. Like, you're a yard jockey, bro. Do your job and let me do mine. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I go lay my ass back down. Boom. They end up calling me. They tell me what door they only had like one or two docks. They tell me pull up to the dock. Boom. I back into the dock. Boom. Then I go back to sleep. Hold up. Yeah. So I go after that. It's still, and once they brought me to the dock, I think they just did that to appease the yard jockey, because he probably went in there complaining like, yeah, he's over there on my yard, he's in the way, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's why they pulled me in the door, because once they pulled me in the door, they still ain't load me for like another 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? So once they pulled me in the door, I went back to sleep. Like, you know what I mean? Any truck driver that's already out there doing this, they know what I'm talking about. When you get to them dock doors, when you doing dry van and you get to them dock doors, even doing flatbeds sometimes, once I get there and I know I'm about to be waiting to get loaded and all that, man, I'm going to sleep. But one thing I like about flatbed is they don't take too long to load you or unload you. They right on it. Like, damn near anywhere you go with flatbed, they're on it. If you get there at your appointment on time, they gonna load you or unload you on time. They don't play no games with flatbed. The dry van, it ain't no telling how long you gonna be in there. So, like I said, I get in the door, I'm there for another 2-3 hours. So, boom, get up. I finally feel some rocking in the back, like, all right, bet they loading me, let's go. So I'm still resting, I'm still relaxing. I think I get on the phone with somebody or something, I'm chilling. It's like 2-3 in the morning at this point though. So like I said, it's like 2-3 in the morning. I still got time on my clock for my hours of service. So I know, man, once they done loading me, I'm out. Like I'm getting straight on the highway. I'm gone. I ain't playing no games. I already got all my sleep. I ain't gotta stop at no truck stop or nothing. I'm gone. I'm hitting the road. So boom. Once I feel the movement stop, Uh-oh, okay. I think they might be done. I hear that gate go up. You know, when you do drive-in, you can hear that gate go up once they done in certain places, in most places. And then that red light turn green. Oh yeah, it's time to go. So boom, I see that red light turn green. I get out the truck, go in there, get my paperwork. Boom, they give me my paperwork. I mean, I see it on the paperwork that this load is heavy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this load was at least like, at the very least, it was 75,000 pounds. And I'm just trying to be nice for the sake of this story so y'all don't call Bobby Big Rig a big fucking liar. Damn, I keep cursing. So y'all don't call Bobby Big Rig a big liar. Sorry, YouTube. I love y'all. And I'm trying to be somebody on here, and I'm not going to be one of these people that's cursing and being ignorant. I apologize to y'all platform. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Cause I ain't cutting nothing out. I'm talking my talk, and I'm posting this. But yeah, man. So damn, where was I at in the story? Nevertheless, yeah, heavy load. At the very least, it was 75,000 pounds. So, boom, hit the road. I ain't do no pre-trip. This is the significance of a pre-trip, guys. This is why they gonna install that pre-trip in you when you're in school. They're gonna install that pre-trip in you. They're gonna be on you about that pre-trip. Make sure you do it. You know what I'm saying? Do that pre-trip because it'll save your life, literally. So I ain't do no pre-trip that day, and I'm coming down the road, and it's like I use my Jake brake a lot. So I didn't realize it for a long time. I ain't realized it for a long time because it's sometimes that all I use is my Jake brake. Like I don't use my air brakes barely at all sometimes, for real. So especially at around that time when I first started driving, like I said, I was probably around 3 months in at the time. Once they taught me how to use a Jake brake, what? I wasn't touching the brake at that time at all. I ain't even had to be in the mountains or nothing. I could be on flat land. I'm Jake braking all day. And I still do that sometimes, I'm being honest, but you know, I don't do it as much no more because you know the speed limit you going, you know, is other ways to stay within your speed limit than keep hitting that Jake brake every 5 seconds. Nevertheless, when I do start using my brakes a little bit, I'm realizing like, yo, it's something ain't right. Like something just ain't right. Like something don't feel right. Like you can feel everything when you driving these trucks. You can feel every bump, every little everything. But a lot of times when people be driving on flat tires and they don't feel it, that's because a flat tire, a lot of times it's just gonna feel like you hit a bump or something. You ain't even gonna know. A lot of times when people get in accidents, they just feel like they hit a bump or something. That's why sometimes you might see truck drivers get in an accident and keep going. Every time they do that, it don't be like they're just trying to hit and run. It do be cases where a truck driver will tap something and don't even know they tapped something. You know what I'm saying? This truck is loud. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you're supposed to always check your mirrors. That's why you're supposed to always be in your mirrors, because you need to, you know, be aware of what's going on behind you. That's why you always supposed to check on your load every, you know, every 100 miles, every 150, 200 miles, something like that. I mean, I don't know what they say, but check your load, especially when you got a real heavy load. So I pull over at I think like a Walmart, Home Depot or something like that to check my load, like trying to figure out what's going on, like what's up with my brakes. So I try to go figure out what's up with my brakes. Man, I go out there, my whole my service airline Was it my service airline or my emergency airline? Can't remember. But both of those are important. Like both of your airlines that run to your trailer are important. That yard jockey cut my airline, bro. That yard jockey cut my air. And I could have died. Like I could have, you know what I'm saying? If I was in the right situation, if I was going at the right speed with traffic around me and stuff like that, luckily it was like 2, 3 in the morning. And when I was on the highway, it wasn't no traffic out there like that. But if I would have been in the right situation and I would have really had to tap my brakes, oh my gosh, that could have went terribly wrong. Especially as heavy as that load was that I had, that could have went terribly wrong, man. And it's sad to say, when I told the company I was working for at the time, I don't even really think they really too much cared. Like, they just sent me to the shop to get it fixed and wanted me to get back on the road. Like, they didn't really care. Like, oh wow, what, you know, where were you at? Oh wow, that was that shipper, this, that. None of that. They ain't have no concern with none of that. Okay, well, you close to a shop? All right, well, yeah, just take it in the shop. And that's how a lot of these companies is out here. Like, they not going, you know, they don't really do too much digging with anything that doesn't benefit them. A lot of these companies, most of it is not really, they not worried about your benefit, especially these OTR companies. You know, like when you're dealing with OTR, if you're a company driver, your dispatcher is damn near like your manager, and they don't give a damn about you. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, it's weird. I don't know, but that's damn near why I'm probably about to be done with this company. Like, that's probably, that little load I just had with them. I just took a load of hay from all the way up near Canada, but I was still in Michigan, but it was like close to Canada. I took a load of hay from there to somewhere in Ohio. Big load of hay. These hay loads are always oversized, overhyped. I don't think they be overweight because the hay is real light, but they put so much of it on your truck, it just don't look right. And it don't fit. It's not comfortable either. Like, I only did 2 hay loads, so it probably gets more and more comfortable the more you do it. But, you know, they overstuff your trailer with it, and it's like they damn near force you to take it. You can deny anything. I mean, nobody can ever force you to take nothing because it's your license you putting on the line once you get on the road with whatever you get on the road with. You know what I'm saying? But man, I gotta charge my glasses. But I think that's how I'm talking to y'all through my glasses speaker right now. So I'm gonna cut this video short wherever it's at. I don't know if I told my whole story. I think I did. The point of the moral of the story is always do a pre-trip. That's the moral of the story. And I think I got that part across. So I might do a part 2, I might not. But as always, man, love y'all Instagram. As I always say, man, stay in your lane. Something that sound like y'all, I know y'all heard me swerve out my lane in this video like once or twice. But like I always say, man, stay in your lane. 100.